Hello?
Hello.
Oh my god, hello there! Alright.
Hi.
Hello there! Okay, so I should be live, and if you're just joining us, hi! Drag23 is back!
I have been waiting for this moment for fucking years.
Good? Forgive me. Wait, what? Huh? I'm confused. Why? Why would you be this excited? I'm confused. I need answers. I'm lost.
Oh, dude, I'm so, dude, I'm tired because I just woke up, but my brain's like, you get to talk to one of your biggest inspirations for your series. You better
Aw.
wake the fuck up.
Oh my god, I'm sorry I woke you up. I
Oh, no, no, no,
figured
no, no, no. I woke myself up.
you woke yourself up.
Yeah, I sleep late because I work nights.
Oh shit! Me too now these days.
Yeah, manufacturing is great and all, but at the same time, I just got done with six 10-hour shifts. I mean,
Oh.
it's not bad.
It pays well, right?
Although, oh yeah, oh yeah. I think I'm getting paid like almost 20 bucks an hour.
Woo! That's good, right?
Very good,
Oh,
in my opinion. A lot of detail, so
this is so awesome. I
oh,
I I did not expect this kind of reaction from anyone really, but wow, thank you.
but of course.
Oh my goodness.
Uh,
Oh, and you work night, and I just recently worked like let's see, I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, 4 days in a row night, which was the first
Ooh,
time.
yeah.
So there was a lot of sugar involved to stay
Oh,
awake.
yeah. Also, hello, Xander.
Sander, homeboy, how are you? Yay! We can barely hear you. What the heck?
Let me see if I can.
Oh wait, I just have to double check if anyone can hear you guys in the stream as well. Hang on. Okay, speak.
No. Wah, rar.
All right. It would be so awkward, like the first 5 minutes. Oh, everybody can't hear you. Oh shit.
Damn it. Proceeds to replay the entire rant. But yeah, no, Tuesday our boss was talking to our area. They're like, okay, everyone, I want you to be here at 2:45 in the afternoon because first shift is having an all employee meeting.
Oh
And
no.
my brain just goes, fuck, we're working a 12-hour.
Oh no.
I am very glad I bought myself some energy drinks.
Monster, let me guess. It's monster
Oh
flavor.
god, no! I stay away from Monster.
Good boy. Good boy. Good lad.
Yeah. I think I finished all my Bang energy drinks, and now I think I have a Celsius. I
Ah,
believe.
those are slightly better. I keep seeing in fitness that they keep promoting that stuff, so I guess that's better. I don't know. I don't like that stuff.
Yeah, dude. The first time I ever drank Monster it was arrival night for when I went to basic training for the Navy.
Oh yeah,
I
you
was
went to the
like,
military.
technically, yeah. I went into basic, got close to graduating twice, but due to my mental state, I left. But I could try again if I wanted to.
If you wanted to. Only if you wanted to.
Yeah. And but yeah, no, like everybody at the airport was like drinking these energy drinks, and I'm like, oh right, I'm gonna be up till 2 in the freaking morning.
I see a
So
little.
I went to like one of the little stores that you see at the like closer to the terminals. I grabbed myself a Monster Zero Sugar. I popped it open. I started drinking, and I just felt my heart race.
Uh oh.
My brain is telling me, dude, I'm about to have a freaking heart attack before I even get there. Like, this is not good.
No, no. Listen up, kids. Do not drink Monster. That's bad for you.
Do not.
Listen to your elders.
People, yeah, people may say, like, oh, it's a good energy drink. It is not.
Nope. If it was good, then why would it be all over the news of, oh yeah, your kids might be addicted? Oh great.
Yeah, I know in I think it's the UK. They passed a law where you have to actually provide a ID to even buy energy drinks.
Sweden has had that for years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had it for years, even though sadly a lot of teenagers gets past it.
Yeah.
Which is why we
I'm not
have
sure if
so many
we
problems.
yeah, I'm not sure if we have that law here in the US, but like on the can it says 18 plus. Do not consume if you're underage.
Obviously, but do kids listen?
Nope.
No. I mean, it's the same thing why in America you have to be 21 to start drinking, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in Sweden, you just have to be 18.
Yeah, fun fact about that actually. I believe it was in the early 1900s. I believe the drinking age was like 17 or 18. For a little while, they bumped it up to 19, thought that was stupid, bumped it back down to 18, realized that like, hey, these kids are like, they're drinking too much, and then they bumped it up to 21.
Huh.
And like my dad was like, if you're old enough to sign up and defend like your country, you're old enough to drink, and that is and I believe that as well.
Yes.
But yeah, and they also actually increased the age to buy cigarettes to 21 as well.
Huh. I don't think that's gonna stop them, but who do we know?
Nope, nope, not at all.
Alas. Alas.
Unless,
'Tis not what it used to be.
nope.
Although then again, oh, I feel so old just thinking about it. I'm like, like 30 years ago, they would have. Oh wait. Oh shit, I'm old. For context, people, I'm 30 years old. Thank you very much.
I'm turning 25 next year, and I remember shit that not a lot of kids these days don't even know existed.
It's funny because when you mention, like, if you're born before 1998, you're older than
Yeah.
Google. I'm older than
Yeah,
Google.
because Google I came out and I think it was 99.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Like, Jesus flipping Christ.
I every now and then I'm reminded that I'm old because I remember a lot of the early 2000s like TV commercials for my kids' toys.
Oh, that was a good time. That was a good time.
Also, I also had like a closet full of Transformers, specifically the Cybertron toy line in my closet
Oh my god.
from like 2005 to 2007.
Wow! I'm kind of jealous. I wish I had those.
Yeah, dude, me and my brother would buy so many of them because like with the Transformers Cybertron series, as well as the toy line, like if you get like specific figures, you can get a map or like a piece of a map,
Oh?
depending on like which like a quote unquote type you get, because there was one for like Earth, Velocitron, the Speed Planet, the Jungle Planet, and then there was Gigantian, which was like the giant planet. And like once you get all four, you get like the entire like piece of the map, and on the back it shows like every single like character from the show, as well as like the toys themselves. Oh my god, I am such a fucking.
I'm trying to keep up, like, Jesus. There was so much stuff going on. I just remember Generation 1 of Transformers. I was. Like, there was a store where you could borrow movies. And.
Blockbuster.
Yeah. We don't have that anymore.
Sobs.
Yeah. Now everybody expects you to either have Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, and whatever else Grandma knew.
Yeah.
That was good times. Okay, well, it's hard to believe that I'm back to streaming.
I know. Like I remember I used to watch your streams all the time, and like I would always like be excited to like watch one of your streams, because like your streams really got me through a lot in my like my teenage years.
I had no idea. I figured they didn't matter so much because they're, well, I know it sounds shallow, but there weren't a lot of people coming by, so I always
Meanwhile,
worried that I was boring.
no, far from it. You know, you are not boring.
Yay.
Like boring? No.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I need
Yeah.
to. I need to get that out of that mindset. Like, oh,
Mindset, yeah.
yeah. But don't worry, I've gotten better. Like back when I was streaming and trying too hard on YouTube, I don't think I was in the right mind space actually, but it's got better.
That's good.
Yeah. Let's see here. Where should I put it? I'll just make a new folder. And for any of my old followers, you're gonna know what these two means. VD. Oh boy. Alright, so you've been in the military.
Yes.
And then you left.
Yes. I was a basic for I think like 3 months. I failed the run test because I am not a runner, like at all. Got asthma, which means like I got set back in training by 2 weeks. By technicality, I was in another training division, and that training division was like different, because instead of like anytime we fucked up like minorly, sorry if I'm swearing.
Go ahead. Like, this is my stream. I say what's allowed. Go on.
Okay.
Kids, cover your ears. Go away. You're not allowed here.
But yeah, but anytime you would fuck up, our instructors are like, okay, destroy your beds, like basically like tear the sheets off and just remake them. And like we were doing cadences and laundry, like we like these, and for me, the one thing that I liked is they knew how to march. Oh my god! And plus my second set of instructors were they were cool as fuck.
That's cool. Like you're talking
Especially
to
your-
someone who's never been in the military, and originally years ago you were mandatory to join the army for a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit. But
yeah, that's right. Sweden had a conscription, right?
yeah, we used to, but fortunately I was in the generation where we could skip it.
Oh, okay.
But now they have brought it back for obvious
Ah,
reasons.
yeah. For like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I've every now and then I look at my phone to see if I will ever get a text saying like, "Hey, you're being drafted." Now, for me, my brain will be like, "Fuck, I need to start running." But at the same time, I'm like, "Hey, round two, motherfucker! I know what to expect this time."
Good mindset.
Ugh.
Here we go,
Dude,
motherfuckers. Let's go.
sign me the fuck up. Funny, dude. I think my quote unquote favorite time in basic is I don't know. I believe they do this in other countries as well, but to prepare you for like chemical or like gas attacks,
Yeah.
they get you like in this real like in this room this big room, and they give and you have like a gas mask in your hand. You're or like you're supposed to put your gas mask on when you enter the chamber,
Yeah.
and they have like this little hot pan, and they like put like a tablet of tear gas on it. And when they tell you, like you take your mask off, and oh boy, oh boy,
I'm guessing something batshit crazy should happen.
um,
It's tear gas, so
Oh.
dude, I was stupid, and I grabbed also hi white ear, I see you, I see you. But yeah, no, I grabbed the wrong size mask,
Oh
and
no.
Oh.
I did the seal check and I heard the least. I'm like, oh, this is fine. I'll be okay. And like, especially because like I was in the back row. And the moment like the tear gas like hits the air, I could like my nose just like flares open, and I started coughing, and I just went, oh fuck.
Okay.
And I started coughing, and one of the instructors heard me cough, and he looked at me. He's like, "Shut up! Stop doing that!" And I go, "I okay."
Buddy, I can't fucking breathe. What do you expect?
I'm sorry. I didn't dumb. I'm suffering for my mistakes. But like it was over quick. Like after like I said my name, my rank, and my division number in a hooyah, I ran out of the building, and I was just like, oh my god, that was amazing. I'm gonna do it again. And like we actually had someone that was a prior service Marine in our division.
Oh dear.
And he's just walking out with like a smile on his face. He's like, "What's up, guys? How'd you like it?" And I'm like, "Why is this dude smiling?" Oh, wait, he was a Marine. He's done this before.
Goddamn
he's done this
masochists.
before, and he's gonna take pleasure watching the newbies.
Yeah.
It's like, welcome to hell. Hope you enjoy it.
Welcome to hell. There are no refunds.
There really isn't.
I goddamn knew it.
There are no
The
refunds.
only refund you get is the experience.
Oh god.
He surprisingly ate a lot of fish while I was in Chicago, and dude, the fish was amazing. Like I went in expecting like I have heard stories that basic training food sucks. I was proven wrong.
I guess that just depends on the branch of military,
Yeah, it depends on the branch.
as well as what kind
Like,
of base you
yeah.
go to.
I
So,
mean, speaking of
further,
stuff, if it's the
Despite not
fish
being
that's like
military,
from
I've heard horror
Sweden,
stories about.
we did have some Atlantic cod, so as one of our meals, which was fucking amazing.
well, all I can say is, if you ever tried the Swedish surströmming and you like it, the Swedish are gonna like you. What can I say?
Don't
I
worry.
like it though.
Oh my, but yeah, no. So for every joke, so there's a joke for every branch in the U.S. Military. Anyway, the food in the army sucks. Everyone in the Air Force is smart, but they're lazy. Everyone in the Navy is gay, and the Marines are just fucking stupid.
Yes, the Marines are literally crayon eaters.
Yeah, we call them jarheads or crayon eaters. And
Because a channel I watch is literally by someone who is a former Marine, and his co-host best friend is an army person, and they tell a lot of the stories about their time in the military.
oh, is it Mike Burnfire? I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Goodness
Do they
gracious, I'm learning more about the military.
Oh, if you want to learn about the military, I'm your guy. I know a lot.
Well, there is another guy that I also know, which is like, okay, what can you tell me that he hasn't?
I can tell you that in the U.S. Air Force we have a plane that's built around a fucking Gatling gun
Oh, God.
that fires bullets the size of beer bottles.
Only beer bottles? Jane.
I was about to say, like, only beer? I thought they would shoot at least some whiskey.
Now here's the thing about the Gal 8 Avenger 30 millimeter Gatling gun. It fires beer. It says it fires beer bottle sized shells at 70 rounds a second. That is four. And by the time you hear that, it's already gone. It's either not for you or it's coming around from another pass.
It's coming for round 2, everybody.
Right.
It's going for round 2, everybody. Make sure your asses are prepared for this shit, man.
You get hit by one of those rounds, you turn into a fine red mist.
Oh dear. Noted. Fortunately, this is not the world full of those guns. Instead, we're surrounded by wolves who have a few brain cells.
Left. A few brain cells left.
I was talking about the white ear works enough.
Oh yeah, no, white ear doesn't have any brain cells.
Sorry, white ear, you truly don't.
Even Trace is smarter than you.
Oh, the burns! Oh, the burns! That's gonna burn! Oh my god!
Look. Trace may be a little goblin creature, but I've grown to love him.
Do you? Do you really? I don't think so. I think he's lying. Sander, is he lying? I think he's lying.
I am not lying.
I'm 100% certain he's lying. Your Honor, he's lying.
Nah.
Your Honor, my client has not done anything wrong. He's not lying. He is 100% lying.
I plead the fifth.
bad.
I can't answer any more of your questions, Your Honor.
Well, too bad. This isn't America. This is Sweden.
Oh, fuck. Funny enough, I actually had to testify in court when I was 11.
Oh shit! Are you?
So I love telling this story because of the reactions I get out of people. So when I was in middle school, my parents were going through a really nasty divorce.
Oh.
Like losing the house type of divorce, and my dad was forced to sell the house at the time. And one day, I get sick at school, so my nanny comes to pick me up, and we drive back to the house. And we get there, and we saw that there's like a white car outside, and the front door was wide open.
Uh-oh.
And we were like, "Oh, someone's just like looking at our house. Like it's no big deal." So we get out. We go through the back door, and I'm the first one in. I step in, and like there's this really tall Hispanic guy like holding something in his hands, and I noticed that like a lot of our stuff was like out. My brain's like, wait a minute, you're not supposed to be in here. And I shout, get the hell out of my house, and literally chase him out the door. I am not. My entire family can back this story up as well. By the way, and like we got home just as they were about to steal everything we owned.
Oh my god.
And this happened through four, if either 4 or 5 days ago, 13 years ago.
I was about to say, wait, you were 11, and you mean, yeah.
Yeah. And I think it was March 2nd. After that, a police officer came over. Thankfully, the police station was like 5 minutes away from the house, so they got there pretty quick, and they actually found the guy like 30 minutes later, which was amazing. But yeah, I think it was either that night or the night after a police officer showed up at our house and started asking us questions. Like he brought me to the other room and showed me mugshots of the people that I most likely saw, and I recognized the man in one of the pictures, and I'm like, yeah, no, like that's him. That's the guy. He's like, okay, like thank you. We've got everything that we need. We have the evidence. We can take this to court. And like he said, like by the way, you were very brave.
Well, obviously, most kids would not go chasing after a guy who literally is taller than you.
Well, and probably armed as well.
Send them, my god, the comments.
Your honor, my client, please see Daisy. Yeah. And I think it was March 2nd. I was 2012. I was in class. I was like doing my listening to the teacher, and my teacher got a call saying like, "Oh, hey Jericho, your dad's here to pick you up." And my brain thought like, "Oh, I must be like going out to lunch with him or something." So I went to my locker, and my dad is like sitting in the front lobby of the school. He goes, "Hey, grab your things and put on this nice shirt. We got to get going. We're going to be late." And I thought, okay, like I grabbed my stuff from my locker and we hopped in the car. And I realized that we are driving away from where my dad worked. And I thought, where are we going? And my dad didn't say anything. And we drive to the courthouse. And my brain thought, oh my god, I'm here for my parents' like divorce proceedings. Nope, it was for the trial of the guy that broke in.
What's the
And like everyone, yeah. So I was 11. Like, I had no clue what was going on. And the judge asked, the dude's lawyer asked the judge for me to come up to the stand because I was a prime witness, and to try to catch me in a lie, try to scare me into changing the story.
Oh.
Now, here's where his plan went wrong. I'm a military brat. I was raised on the moniker to never lie, cheat, or steal, nor tolerate those that do, and I like to talk. A lot. So I started telling the truth and nothing but the truth. And the lawyer was pissed off. Like, his plan went wrong. And, like, he got up and slammed his desk and yelled, "Objection, Your Honor!"
Attention, Your Honor!
Like, he was pissed off at this 11-year-old for telling the truth. Like, kids are brutally honest, and this poor lawyer just got shat on by a middle schooler.
Oh, have you seen the trial with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp?
Oh god, they need to make a comedy series about that. I swear to God.
Yes, I mean there was this one part where the guy who formerly worked on TMZ, and the lawyer was like arguing that, oh, you're just doing this for your 15 minutes of fame, and he's like, well, I can say the same thing about you. You're doing this for your 15 minutes of fame.
But yeah, and like the judge asked me to like he thanked me and said like, hey, you go sit back down with the family. And then like a few hours later, or at least I think it was like an hour later, the sentencing came, and the guy was sentenced to 18 years in prison because this was the second time he's gotten caught doing this.
Oh,
Now, I didn't find this out till 4 to 5 years later after this incident. Me and my dad, like, I was 16, me and my dad, we were talking about it on the car ride to my school. And my dad's like, oh, hey, by the way, this guy was working for the cartel.
oh God.
I go, excuse me? What? He was either from the MS-13 or Mexican Mafia, I'm not sure which. But my brain just went, I could have actually fucking died.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, most kids are usually careful about this shit, but goddamn.
Not me. Again, I still don't know what caused me to chase him out the door. It was either adrenaline, me being stupid, or me being brave, or all three. I like to think it was all three.
Yep, most definitely. Most definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, we have all three categories in one person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you were very brave. I'll give you that, but goddamn, never do it.
I know,
again.
but at the same time, I was stupid.
Also, hi, Coyote.
Hi, Coyote.
Oh, goodness gracious. You Americans are crazy. Which is funny.
Yeah,
because
we
in
can be.
Sweden- Because in Sweden, here's the funny thing. Most people in Sweden think I'm American.
Yeah, because like Sweden is surprisingly like one of the countries that speaks a very good English.
Well, it depends on who you're talking to. Because I've
Yeah,
met
yeah.
some Swedish people who have a hard time with English.
Yeah.
Well, it's a hard language if you didn't grow up with it.
Well,
It's still a hard language if you did grow up with it.
Kinda, sorta. I mean, I always tell people that I wanted to learn English so bad that I forgot Swedish.
Oh wow.
That's not.
I have the opposite problem. English wasn't even my first language. It was actually Arabic.
Oh wow.
Really?
Yeah, despite not being an Arab.
Huh.
But
You
but
know,
I've
I'm
gone
getting
so
an image
so
in my
long
head
without
now.
speaking it that I actually forgot it entirely.
I'm getting an image in my head. Like you said, Arabic. Oh my god.
Yeah, Arabic. Apparently, it was because when I was really young, I spent a lot of time with my great grandmother, who was very fluent in many languages, including Arabic.
Oh.
And
Wow.
for some reason, we got quite along, and I started to speak that language a bit more fluently at a young age. Annoyed the hell out of my mother, who, never learned it.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But, as I grew up, started spending time with the great-grandparents less and less, and over time I just lost the ability to speak it.
No.
Oh.
Well, you're on a
Now
mission
I
now,
just
Sander. You
speak
have to
it.
relearn it.
No.
Yes.
Now
Do it,
that
or
I'm
you shall
being
never
ordered to
learn.
do something.
Do it, or you shall never enjoy the delicious foods of baklava.
Wow.
Okay.
God damn it! I'm not very good at blackmailing. Although I could
No,
blackmail with something else.
You wouldn't dare.
try me.
Okay.
I sense a challenge. Do I need to ring the bell?
Nah, I'm kind. I don't do that. No. Or am I?
Dude, the amount of blackmail a few of my friends have on me. My God.
You cannot
Don't
blackmail
even joke,
me.
man. I always joke with my friend, who is half French, half Russian, that some of our conversations cannot and should never be released. Otherwise, we will be fired fast.
I mean, everyone has
That is fair.
Although
What happens in the friend group, she'll stay in the friend group.
otherwise, it's crazy party time in the HR department.
Oh no! Oh, that is. Oh no! It's one of those. Oh God!
Just think
I am-
about it. The
I'm
whole
actually glad that my
department
workplace
of
does not have an HR department.
Just think about it. The whole HR department finds out about the dirtiest things you do. And you are like, okay, well, shit, we better get this over with.
I'm glad I don't have that problem with my workplace.
Yeah.
We don't have an HR department.
Wow.
Oh, you
shit.
lucky son of a bitch!
And very lucky too, because some of the things I hear from fellow coworkers, while officially, since even though we don't have an HR department, our bosses are like, no, keep that language out of the workplace.
Or what, Grandpa?
It stays.
What are you gonna do about it, bitch?
I mean, it's kind of hard for those same people to wag the finger at you over inappropriate workplace language when they're also the ones participating in it.
Exactly.
I agree. That's why I
It's
like
not
manufacturing jobs.
to make the people that are higher up than them happy, they have to do the finger wagging. But when no one's actually listening, they don't care.
Nobody's home.
Yeah, what are they gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Spank me?
You're gonna take my games away?
Gonna take my
Oh,
comic books
what?
away?
Work with be into that.
What are you gonna do? Throw a shoe at me?
Oh no, don't threaten them with that. The
Yeah,
Don't
Latino is
threaten-
powerful.
You're the chocolate.
I work with people who are former rig hands. You do not want whatever kind of footwear they're wearing to be thrown at you.
Every time somebody mentions that, I'm just thinking about the stereotypical abuela Latino.
I mean, like me being from the Yeehaw state. Tacos are everywhere. Like we have, like even like I didn't grow up with a Hispanic family, but I've grown to fear the chocolate.
Fear the taco.
Wait, have you guys seen that video of like that teacher bringing in like this really cute puppy? It goes, "This is Bob, and if we don't win the vocab bowl, I'm killing the dog."
Oh no! Oh yeah, I've seen that one! It gets worse because he gets another one!
I do not respond to terrorist threats.
I do not negotiate with terrorists.
Do you?
You harm the dog, I harm you.
Yeah, no, I'm in the same mindset. You harm my dog, I'm beating the life out of you.
We're beating the shit out of you! I'm not making the rules! The rules are made!
Sorry, we don't make the rules, it's just a law.
Facts. Okay, that was a little too much dark.
Yeah, dude, I want to go to Norway because there's a furry convention. I think it's in a Kristiansund called Fernavia. It's really nice.
Hey, come to Sweden, we have a furry con here as well.
Oh, what's it called?
Oh, what's it called? Oh, I forget what it's called. But I have a friend who keeps going there almost every year now. Furrycon,
I love.
I think it's called Furrycon. I don't know what else it's called.
um, I have access to the internet. Let me look.
Oh no, he has access to the internet. What are we gonna do? Welcome to the internet. Have a look around.
Have a look around. Any? Is it? Wait. Is it Nordic FuzzCon?
Could be.
Nordic FuzzCon is an annual event taking place in Sweden. Sweden? Sweden. English. I hate my language.
Sweet. English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
English. I actually got to finally watch that movie, by the way. I was visiting a friend of mine in Australia, and on the plane ride back to the States, Pulp Fiction was like one of the movies that they offered. I'm like, oh shit, I could finally watch this movie, and I loved it the entire time.
Oh my god.
Like, I enjoyed it.
I actually haven't seen Pulp Fiction.
It's good. It's really good.
There's a lot of movies I haven't seen. For shame.
I have returned. What movie is this?
Oh, we're just like talking about movies now. We're just
Yeah, what movie were you guys talking about?
Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yes, Pulp Fiction.
The one that made Samuel Jackson an icon.
I thought, it might have been. I'm trying to remember. Like, he's been in a lot of stuff, so it was like, was it Pulp Fiction that made him an icon, or was he already an icon by then?
I think he was in a lot of movies before, but Pulp Fiction is the one that he's most known for.
I think that's where the, his tagline of saying motherfucker came from.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
that
with
man,
that.
I mean, the crazy thing about him is that the older he gets, the scarier he is.
Yeah,
Terrifying in Django Unchained, if you ever seen that movie.
Oh, that's such a good movie. That was such a good movie. And yay!
I have
ASMR.
yet to see Django, but I want to watch it though.
You haven't? My goodness. My man, you have missed
Hateful
out on one of great movies. That is probably, arguably, one of Quentin
Tarantino's.
Yes. That is probably one of his best movies.
I also really loved The Hateful Eight. That's a good movie.
That I feel like could almost be a guilty pleasure.
I disagree.
Which one?
It's a great movie.
The Hateful Eight.
Oh, have you seen the prequel to that? The Magnificent Seven.
That's not a prequel.
No, they're not
Oh, it's not?
connected. They're not
No,
connected
it's
at
not.
all.
Oh,
No, the Magnificent Seven predates basically Quentin Tarantino's entire career. That's like an older Western movie.
Yeah.
So that's what the 2017 film is based off of, like an actual.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, the 2017 one. Was the 2017 one the Magnificent Seven or the Hateful Eight?
2017 is
Seven.
Magnificent Seven. The Hateful Eight came out in 2015.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're not connected in any way, shape, or form.
Nope, they're not even cousins.
The only thing that they have in common is that they both take place in a similar time period.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hell,
And-
even the Magnificent Seven is more of an action movie and not a proper Western.
Draxie! Drax! My goodness! Hi, buddy!
Hello, Drax. How is you?
Who has joined?
A good fellow friend of mine.
But there's three of us here.
Oh, they're in the live stream chat.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait a goddamn
Did you forget
minute.
to hear
Oh, hi, Drax.
You need to pay attention to the chat groups. God darn.
I have an ADHD brain. Leave me alone.
Well, wait a minute. No, I actually don't have it on paper that I have ADHD, but it's very highly implied that I do. But yeah, we're doing great, Draxie. As you can hear, I'm slightly sniffling, but I am fine. I'm good. These two lunatics are keeping me company.
We are not holding her hostage.
Oh my god. Oh, goodness gracious.
We are
Oh.
totally not holding her hostage. You can't prove it.
Xander, shush! Do you want me to blackmail you?
I'm
I
not.
could
I'm
blackmail
not.
you.
Wait. I am not helping you hold a drug hostage, sir.
Oh, so that means you're another hostage. I mean, what?
Yeah, but this hostage knows how to fight, so.
Goodness, wait. Who are the hostages?
You.
Why am I the hostage?
I don't know. Sounds like a fun idea to have you a hostage.
Oh, I see. You want me to draw a certain someone,
Who said I was holding you hostage over what you're drawing?
Oh, it's heavily
I certainly
implied, Sander. I know you too well.
No, stop it.
Or what? What are you gonna do?
To be honest, not a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say, Xander, but drug has more power over you.
But do you know what she doesn't have power over?
What?
My alcohol consumption.
Xander? No!
I'm
It's
sorry
too
to-
early!
I'm sorry to tell you this, buddy, but you can't stop Sander when he starts drinking.
God, I remember the first time I've ever gotten drunk. I was at a room party at Alamo City Furry Invasion, which is a furry con located here in San Antonio.
Ooh.
I had 3 White Claws. It was either a shot of Patron or absinthe. Mead, which I fucking enjoyed, by the way. And Twisted Tea.
Oh. Yeah, I had to stop drinking Twisted Teas. I had one too many of them.
Wait. You actually can stop drinking a specific drink?
It's actually a lot easier to imagine once I tell you the whole story. Like I can't drink beer anymore.
Oh.
Like regular beers, I can't drink them. That's why I go for the liquors.
Oh, so that's why you go for whiskey?
Yeah.
Huh. So
Yeah,
wait, let me paint a picture here. We have Xander, a guy who, how do I say this politely, has a drinking consumption hobby.
Not really as much as a hobby, but okay, we'll say it's a hobby.
And there are certain drinks you can't drink because. Actually, do tell the story if you're comfortable with it.
For the beer one, that's a bit more personal, so I won't go into that.
Fair enough.
Fair.
Nothing horrible, like it's a family related.
Oh. I apologize.
For the Twisted Teas, I had to stop drinking those ones because the hangovers were getting a bit too much. Because Twisted Tea,
Fair.
it's iced tea with vodka.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah, and they are very sweet. And if you know anything about drinking alcohol, sweet drinks, like, the hangover doesn't work too well if all you do is drink the sweet drinks, like sweet alcohols, especially with hard liquor.
Huh. Interesting.
And I used to get the cases of Twisted Teas.
Interesting.
So yeah, imagine having an entire case of Twisted Teas all to yourself, and that's all you drink for an entire evening.
Oh, Sander.
Yeah.
Oh, poor puppy.
So I'm like, okay, I had enough of these. If I want to drink alcohols, I might. That's when I started drinking a bit more beer, but then some stuff happened. So I'm like, okay, I guess I won't be buying beer anymore.
No, stick to whiskey.
I'll stick to my whiskey and my Smirnoff.
Is it bad that I kinda sorta imagined you being sorta kinda related to the Irish because of all the whiskey you've been drinking?
funny enough, I don't have any Irish in me.
That is a surprise, but then again, when you told me about the whole Arabic thing, I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
But I do have Russian on my father's side.
I fucking knew it.
I was about to say, you either have the German or Russian blood in you.
I also have the German on my father's side.
Do we want to go into the story about that? How that happened?
I don't know the whole story, so I'll just stick with my abridged version. On my father's side, my grandmother and grandfather met, and one of the two were the German and the Russian. There you go.
Fair enough.
Whether or not it
could
was
make it
like anything like specific about any specific time periods, can't tell you. I don't know that.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I can make a really dark joke, but I don't wanna.
Yeah, let's not go into that.
Yeah, no, I'm being a good boy.
Are you?
Yes.
And Drax avoids all these problems by not drinking alcohol at all.
Good. Do not. See, for me, I only drink if I've earned it.
Oh, so you like being a good boy. Noted. Okay.
Yeah, and plus I'm also a lightweight as well, so I don't drink often unless I've earned it. I'm with friends or family.
I just drink at
Other
home.
than that, I do
parties.
not drink.
I drink at home. I don't go to parties. I don't like parties. I don't like people. I'm a people person.
Hey, I thought you liked us.
You guys are the exception.
Yay.
But like I don't like going out.
We're
Like
the
outside of like
exception.
hanging outs like this, I'm like the hermit that leaves the house. That doesn't like to leave the house at all.
Leave the house?
Right.
Leave the house? I don't know what that is. What it's
No.
like.
I've never heard of the word.
Like get off my property.
Hippity hoppity, get off my property.
Yes, like if I could get away with it, I'd go full blown like that.
Oh, goodness.
Like that. Libertarian hermit, get off my property.
And this comes from a Canadian.
Yeah, don't mess with Canadians. Do not.
Especially during a certain time period.
Oh, which time period? Now I'm curious.
World War One.
Oh.
And World War II. Half of it, believe it or not, a majority of the Geneva Convention was made because of Canada.
Well, shit.
Yeah, no, Canadians are scary in wartime.
Especially
we'll
when
do
the
it again.
maple syrup is out.
And we'll fucking do it again.
I think the previous world record for the longest sniper shot was actually done by a Canadian. 1.5 miles.
Mm.
That's nothing compared to the Finnish assassin who shot.
Oh, see, Massimo Hoiha.
Yes.
With over 700 confirmed kills, 500 of them with his freaking Mosin Nagant with iron sights, and the other 200 with his SMG.
Yes. Don't mess with the Finland.
Yeah, do not. Yeah, especially if one of them, consumes like an entire bottle worth of methamphetamines.
Not only that, he swallowed a lot of snow to cover his own breath.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah.
But what Jericho was referencing was when the Finnish were brought into when Germany brought in a bunch of Finnish people to fill in the ranks, that they gave the soldiers a lot of methamphetamines.
Yeah,
because there was one particular soldier that took an entire platoon's worth of methamphetamines.
Just for the Russians, and he was tripping balls for 2 weeks straight.
And somehow was not killed.
Yeah, no, he stepped on a landmine, lost his foot, got yeeted 30 yards back by a booby-trapped door. He was eating nothing but like a Siberian jay in this pine bud stew kind of deal.
Accidentally ran into the Soviets' camp, thinking that they were his fellow soldiers.
Uh-oh.
Followed the North Star for a good while.
Oh, and
Burned
all
like
while on
hell.
the high of his life on methamphetamines that should have killed him.
And when they found him after those 2 weeks, he had a resting heart rate of 200 beats per minute.
Oh god.
Yeah, the guy should have died, but didn't.
He died.
Well, goddamn.
Yeah, the stories that you can hear about that happened in the past it's crazy.
It's crazy, and nowadays we have other stories.
Oh yeah, we still get crazy stories.
They're not as funny.
No.
Well, they're not as funny when they're happening in the now as opposed to in like several decades in the past.
That's true.
But they will be funny in the future generations.
Oh yeah, we'll be laughing about it. We'll all be laughing about it. Shit,
Hey,
I
I
forgot I
fucked up
probably
since
should
I
share
didn't
the link here with my Patreons.
What are you drawing? Oh, I see Bloodfang. I'm guessing that's Bloodfang.
Hello, Bloodfang.
Hello, boys.
Mm.
Someone's gonna be happy.
Yes.
Well, I can't draw anything too spicy. We remember what happened last time.
What happened last time?
There was a stream where I apparently drew a little too suggestive of a butt. And the stream was promptly cancelled by YouTube.
I know someone that had that happen to them on Twitch, but the reason that it was a surprise there is because supposedly the TOS was changed to allow the more suggestive stuff, and then they got temporarily banned for the suggested stuff that was supposedly allowed.
That?
Which caused a big kerfuffle on the platform.
God damn.
Because it wasn't just that one streamer, it was a lot of the art streamers there.
Yeah.
But I think now they do allow some of the more suggestive stuff. I think. I don't know. I'm not.
We'll probably have to look into that.
I would, but I just play the video games and get drunk on the platform, so I'm not the right person to ask.
I'm too nervous to stream, so I just stream on like Discord, just like me just talking and just being the little gremlin that I can be at times.
Or you'd be like, right now, you're joining other streams.
Yeah, you're on a stream right now, so. Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, you're excused for now.
Later.
But later, oh my.
Later.
Hey, wait till you get your own Patreon reward later, alright? I know I got your commissions to do. Oh yeah, he's giggling because he knows about those commissions. I am.
Interesting.
I am a patient boy.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you?
Yes.
Yes, he is. I can confirm that. I'm just teasing.
Yeah, because Drake likes to tease.
What can I say? I like teasing people when I know I can get away with it. I've actually got into some trouble for that.
Oh?
Scandalous.
Like, when I get too cocky and somebody... when somebody finally catches up to me, I'm like, oh shit. So...
A lot of my friends tease me, like, when I hear, like, a specific tone of voice, such as Devin Black's smooth, villainous voice, I melt.
Proceed
Like I am
get up. Hold on.
Huh?
I need to look this up. What
Oh
what
my.
would you say again? Was the voice?
Devin Black.
Oh,
Uh,
Devin Black.
Yes, he was. Was it? Well, I believe it was Diego.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I remember hearing that voice for the first time. I'm like, oh, that's a cool voice. I like it. And then like later on, as I was like discovering more myself, I heard that villainous voice again. I go, oh god, that's hot.
You should hear his evil laugh.
Oh yeah, he isn't that just his normal laugh?
It is. That's the best part.
Oh no. Oh, I'm in danger.
Hold on, let me find the video for you.
No, you will not get away with using the Netflix Punisher meme. It will not save you.
Dude, for some, I don't know what, but like, I am just a sucker, for those types of voices. Like, if it's like deep and just soothing, I just like I will whimper like a puppy. My brain will melt.
Nota, we're gonna find that video now.
Yeah,
Oh no!
Drake was the wrong person to admit that to.
Ah,
I'm
find
in
his channel.
I'm in danger. I am in danger.
God damn it! It seems he removed all those videos. Now there's only.
Damn
Oh well, I'll send it to you privately.
I regret so many decisions.
You should have, but it's too late now. You're in our circle now. You are going to enjoy it.
Yeah, voice real. Yeah,
Now you will.
yeah. I know exactly what's going to be in here. Fucking Ares from the Stone Hope, which got rebooted by the way.
Wait, Ares? My homeboy?
Yeah, from huh?
My homeboy? I love Ares.
Yeah, Ares from the Stone Hope. Yeah, no, the Stone Hope got rebooted.
Huh.
I think it was like a. And Devin Black reprised his role as the main villain, and
Oh right! Oh, that guy! Yeah. Now I remember that the big blue cat, right?
yes,
Oh my god! I was so happy to hear his voice again.
I fucking love that voice. I remember like I was having a bad day at work one day, and like I told another like group of friends that like, hey, I have a slight crush, both a voice crush and an actual crush on Devin Black, and one of them like went out of their way to tell Devin Black to like, hey, so one of my friends really likes your voice. You should friend him. And one day I'm just like checking through Discord and I see Devin Black has friended you on Discord. I go, excuse me? wait. Dude, I almost squealed with fucking joy at work. My brain was like, don't you dare fucking squeal. Like, yeah, like you're like good fanboy, but don't squeal. You're at work.
Squeal.
We'll do it.
Dude, I had for the rest of the night, I just had a big old goofy grin on my face because of that. And I even messaged that one friend. I'm like, "What the hell did you do?"
And they were like, "You're welcome." Oh, I haven't talked to him for a long while. I hope he's doing well.
He is.
Yay.
And like I even messaged him in Black. I'm like, I have plans for you, by the way. I have so much plans for you.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Because eventually I do want The Last Savior to be animated, and Devin Black is automatically getting a role. Like, automatically.
Mm.
Woohoo!
I need that. I need that smooth voice. I need that voice. Give it me that.
All right, calm down here, boy.
Sorry.
Or don't.
Oh, don't, yeah.
Or don't, because
Also, I do apologize if I am too chaotic.
No,
I am sorry.
We love it. Keep going. We love it. Go, go, go.
he loves the chaos.
But yes, I need that voice. Give me that voice, for the love of God.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, there's a god? I don't see any crosses here.
I can make one.
I get it.
I mean, in Sweden we have this kind of old dad joke where somebody says, "I believe it's this," or "I think it's this." That's the exact translation, and
Yeah.
or well, the exact translation would be "I believe," and
Yeah.
somebody would be like, "Wait, you believe? There's no crosses here. This is a church."
We're not at we're not at a church. This is a cathedral.
Does it look like I'm playing Cult of the Lamb right now?
No, you're right. This isn't a cathedral. It is a cavern.
A tavern where you find everything you desire.
I mean, just look at what it says at the top of your little Discord screen. Strikes Caverns Patreon.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Selfish plug right there. Yes, we have a Patreon server, and if you become a Patreon just by supporting with $1, you can join on these.
Meanwhile, I think I did the third. Well, I did like a $20 tier 4 special.
You were like, "This is too cheap. I gotta go all the way in."
I have to do more. I need to give Truck my support.
Well, thank you for the support.
Of course, I have been an OG fan and supporter for a long fucking time. So
I still can't believe that there's so many of people who remember Wolf's Destiny who still likes my old stuff. Jesus.
Oh fuck.
oh, dude, I remember scrolling through Bruce Guy and seeing like you were bored at work. I'm like, this is a chance to like let her read the story, my story that she helped inspire.
It's so crazy
Like,
that I was
dude,
able to sing Fire anymore. That makes me happy.
dude, I was actually nervous, like sending you the link. My brain's like, is she gonna like it? Is she not gonna like it? Like my brain was just like, okay, this is gonna happen.
Just go for it. And I have a sweet spot for revenge stories. I'm sorry, but I just love those.
You're gonna love Arc 2 then. Oh, you are going to love Arc 2 then.
Awesome.
I love fucking like revenge plots. Some of my favorite kind of movies are kind of like not
I don't
like
know
vigilante
what it is. It's just yes, the bad guy gets what is coming to them. Like one of my all-time favorite musicals, Chicago. The song originally isn't about getting revenge. It's just women killing their husbands in the most gruesome ways, and it's just, mwah, this is perfect for revenge.
Why are they killing their husbands though?
Well, in case you haven't seen Chicago is basically a story about Roxy Hart, who kills her lover in a crime of passion. She's sent to prison, obviously, and she meets several other women who has also committed murder, and she's also trying not to get the death penalty.
But why did they kill their husbands?
Well, I could sing some of the parts. Let's see. The first one killed her husband because he was chewing his gum too loud.
That is petty.
No. She literally sings like this. So I come home one day, and I'm looking for a little bit of sympathy, and there's Bernie lying on the couch, drinking a beer and chewing. No, not chewing. Popping! So I said to him, I said, you pop that gum one more time. And he did. Do you want me to continue?
Again,
No,
that is just petty. Killing your husband because he chewed their gum too loud.
I'm gonna say something that might be divisive for some people, but if that's the reason for killing another human being, you deserve the death penalty.
Agreed. I agree.
Okay, how about the second one? The second one killed her husband because it turns out he's a Mormon and he already has 6 wives.
Still murder. Maybe not the death penalty, but
So Angar.
Hey, don't involve anger on this one.
Does Angar have
Sorry,
a
the
harem?
joke was there.
Does Angar even have a harem, or is he polygamous at all? I thought he was just a lover.
I mean, think of it this way: if the people just wants to have sex with him, he doesn't really care.
Ah, so he's a hoe.
I blame the people around him. But anyway, the third woman in the song, she let's see, how did the song go? She basically explains that her husband came at her in a jealous rage. You've been screwing the milkman, he says. He was crazy! And he kept on screaming, you've been screwing the milkman! And then he ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times.
Into my knife 10 times! That's so funny! How did he die? Oh, he ran into my knife 10 times. What?
The fifth
Really
one...
make you do crazy
Wait,
things.
no, the fourth one. The fourth one is kind of sad. Because the fourth one, she can't speak English, and she is protesting and saying she's innocent in the murder of her husband because apparently people around her is saying that she did it, but she doesn't speak English, so she can't really defend herself.
Oh, that is sad. Oh.
Yeah.
So it's entirely possible that she's innocent, but because she doesn't speak English very well,
They can't prove it.
Yeah.
I mean, she can't prove her own innocence.
Yeah, and she keeps saying not guilty. And nobody is believing her.
Yeah, that is sad.
Yeah. But then we come to the fifth one.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
You can hear the enthusiasm.
I love this one because it's Catherine Zeta-Jones who is singing this part, and I just love her. So she's singing about the fact that her husband and her sister, along with her, had this double act where they would do 20 tricks in a row. Like, they're traveling, they're doing things and all. And they get to a hotel called Cicero. They're having drinks, having a good laugh. But they run out of ice, so she goes to get some. She comes back, open the door, and there's Veronica and Charlie doing number 17, the spread eagle.
Oh.
The what?
The spread eagle. I'll let your imagination.
Oh no! Oh, I just got it.
The husband was cheating on her,
Yep.
and she walked in on him.
Well, I was in such a state of shock. I completely blacked out. I can't remember a thing. It wasn't until later, when I was washing the blood off my hands, I even knew they were dead. So
And
that
I'm
one was
guessing
like,
that's the person trying to not get the death penalty.
yeah, she's at risk of it, but spoiler alert, she doesn't get it.
Oh yeah.
And then the last one. The last one is kind of funny as well, because of the wording.
The word.
So basically, she sings about her lover. They were not married, but they were lovers. She loved him, and apparently he also loved her, but he was always trying to find himself. He'd go out every night and looking for himself, and on the way, he found Ruth, Gladys, Rosemary, and Irving.
Ah, other women.
And a man.
Bunch of other women. Oh.
Oh,
I guess you could say we broke up because of artistic differences. He saw himself as alive, and I saw him dead. It's like, oh, good God, woman. And they
I
all
don't get you
sing.
talking about revenge stories.
And they all sing, they had it coming. If you'd have been there, if you had seen it, you would have done the same.
It's like critique. That doesn't work when one of them is literally plausibly innocent.
Well, that's the thing. The whole song is about the 6 county murderers of the Cookie County Jail in their edition of the Cell Block Tango.
I guess when I think of revenge stories, I think of something a bit more old-fashioned.
Like Gladiator? Not the new one, the old one?
It's something like that, or maybe a little closer to something like Conan the Barbarian.
That's basic.
Basic, but it's great. Anyone who says otherwise is objectively wrong.
Oh, so
Objectively
you're
wrong.
saying I'm wrong?
Yes, Conan the Barbarian is great.
Would you tell that to Blobfig's face?
What, does she canonically hate Conan the Barbarian?
No, she just challenged your belief.
Belief on what?
That it's a
That
great
Conan-
revenge story.
But it is. It's also just an overall great movie.
Look at her face. Look at that face. Can you really tell me that she's wrong if she tells you you're wrong?
Yes. Hey, she's beautiful, but I'm a man who will openly speak his mind to even the people that he cares about.
I'll keep that in mind.
yeah, no, Drog. You will love Arc 2 of TLS because, yeah, like Shade does watch his family get murdered at a very, very, very young age. I won't go into it too much because I don't want to spoil.
Ooh, another really great revenge movie. The 2004 Punisher film.
Oh,
Especially with
yes.
how he ends up getting revenge.
Yes, oh my god.
He tricks the main guy into killing his own wife and his best friend
Oh, that is beautiful.
before eventually killing him. It's
That
great.
is beautiful.
Like, I'm oversimplifying it. Like, when you actually see it in action, it's great.
Oh, I love the Punisher.
Yes. I don't like how the comics are making him in this day and age.
Are they trying
like
to
him
make
as-
him soft?
They make him work with fucking ninjas.
Oh. You
Particularly
lost
the
me.
Hand, which is like Marvel's equivalent of like the League of Assassins that Batman trained with.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a Marvel's equivalent of that, and they're like a villain group. Because apparently you cannot create a fictional character that kills people with guns without upsetting the public about it, apparently.
Which is kind of ironic because gun laws are not very popular. Like, if I understand correctly, like every time somebody says, "Oh, there should be gun laws, there should be gun restrictions," everybody's like, "No, we are allowed to have guns."
You don't want to get me onto that kind of topic.
No, we
because
do not.
I kind of lean into that kind of topic. Like I do believe like in that there is like I'm against the gun control thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't trust. Well, I should probably stop talking before I get too far into it.
Yeah. We're moving on. We're moving on. For everybody's
But
sake, we're moving on.
Overall, like just the.
We're all adults.
Apparently, you're not allowed to like this fictional character without having like the real world kind of bleed into it, and they alter the character into something he's not because the people who write his stories don't understand what kind of character he's supposed to be. It's like the Punisher
Exactly.
is not meant to be like this avatar of like American gun culture. He's literally just meant to be a response to other characters that exist in the time frame, like Rambo or Dirty Harry. Like, yeah, is he a violent vigilante with guns? Yes, that's why people love him. Give
Exactly.
me more of that. It's like, oh, but you can't portray people like killing people with guns. It's like, why not? You literally do it with Deadpool. He's a violent
Exactly.
anti-hero who kills people with guns. Like, there
Exactly.
are, there's also like some people trying to say like, oh, the Punisher is a villain who kills violent people. Is like, but he's not a villain but Deadpool's not a villain, even though he literally started as a villain. But people are glad to say he's an anti-hero. Wolverine's also technically an anti-hero, but most people would actually say he's a hero because he works with the X-Men, even though he literally shares the exact same worldview as the Punisher.
Exactly.
As in, people who are do bad sometimes need to die, and that's literally just the Punisher 101 motto. But no, because he's not a superhero with like healing factors, but is just a soldier person with guns. He's a big political thing that people have to fuck with and alter.
Yep.
Nah.
Oh, is that
Man,
a little bit grumpy now?
that
Yes,
was the most adorable little man I've ever heard. Oh my god.
I'm trying to limit myself without going into like a big political rant about how stop fucking with my fictional stuff. Let me enjoy things.
No, no,
Get
no.
me
We
enjoying my
embrace it.
fun.
We embrace it. I mean, for example,
Yeah.
I'm on the same spectrum. Like, don't make a character soft if you're gonna say that. Oh, they're a vigilante. Okay, don't make them soft.
Yeah.
You can't make a vigilante soft. That's against the code.
It's like, or you're trying to alter the story to fit your personal worldview by altering the character's personality or motives.
Exactly.
And that's another thing that I've done with, like, even when he's done correctly, there are some people that still screw with him, like screw with the Punisher. Like they're changing to being hit. Like if they're not flat out trying to change him into a villain character, they're trying to say that, oh, the why he does what he does as a vigilante is because he's actually not someone who lost his entire family to a mob boss who killed them, but he's actually a violent sociopath who just loves killing people overall.
That's just
But
stupid.
Yeah, that is very dumb indeed.
That's just
okay, like
very stupid and lazy
there's one
writing.
channel that tried to like justify is like, oh, if the Punisher was a real person, he would be the soldier in Vietnam who would like murder do innocent people. It's like, but there's literally a comic where he's in Vietnam where he kills American soldiers for trying to do unconventional things to Vietnam villagers. He kills his own people for doing things like that.
Exactly.
And you're trying to say that he'd be the opposite of that.
Yeah,
You
no,
don't
that just
understand the character.
that is very bad story writing. Oh my god.
It is. It's a
Well,
terrible story writing.
And
So I understand completely when you say I don't want to rage about something like this.
well, I don't want to rage because well, as you said, it's like we don't want to get too political here, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, when it comes to especially that character, politics is almost surrounded around all the fucking stupid retcons,
Yep.
so it's kind of hard to avoid. And it's just
fair.
when I can basically just boil it down to the people who are in control of writing the comics are inserting political points into their stories, either whether it be the authors who are personally writing it or because they're forced to by someone higher up, and it is ruining the character that I personally liked and grew up with. And I'm sick and tired of fans who like those stories telling me that I'm actually a bad person in real life for liking the older stuff of that character that are objectively better written.
Same. Honestly,
Same.
same.
Because I've recently got into the Marvel Knights Punisher run, which was done by Garth Ennis. It is great. It is fucking great.
Tell me about
Goofy
it.
sometimes, but great. I'd recommend anyone like pick up a copy of Marvel Knights.
Marvel Knights. Gotcha.
Yes. Specifically look for Garth Ennis. He is actually someone who's written quite a few of the popular Punisher runs. So
Yeah.
you might have some confusion. So there's Marvel Knights and there's Punisher Max. Two different versions made by the same author.
Yeah, I kind of have the same feeling when it comes to, for example, the story about the Crow.
Mm.
They recently released a new version.
Oh, I heard about that reboot. I heard that a lot of people didn't like
Wait,
it.
that was a reboot?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a reboot. The original version of the original movie version came out. What was it? 1994, or was it 1997? I forgot. Hang on, I'm gonna check that out. Don't rush me. I'm looking it up.
Take your time.
No, I'm gonna rush you.
No, Xander, be nice.
Let's see. Oh yes, it was 1994.
Mm.
The same year I was born.
Oh.
But yeah,
Nice.
like I can acknowledge that the 1994 version isn't perfect, but I still love it. And I did learn more about the original comic, and it's actually way more darker and way more sadder. The more you learn about the comic, and you actually realize that the author who made the comic was doing it as a sort of let out because his own fiance was tragically killed in a car accident because of a drunk driver.
Oh.
And for a long time he blamed himself for it.
Mm.
Oh, that is. Yeah. Oh. That's kind of how I feel with like TLS. Like TLS for me is kind of like the what Shadiko goes through is kind of like it's a more what's the word, dramatized variant of my trauma. Like his like I have actual fears like losing my family. That's like one of the that's like one of the big ones actually.
Understandable.
Yeah, that is crazy. I did not know that. I did not know that about the Crow at all.
Well,
Have you heard of a character called the Shadow? In that sense, we're talking about fictional characters.
yeah. It's funny because in a lot of sense I can actually relate to that because Bloodfang, yes, my beautiful darling daughter, she's my girl. Like I can understand when somebody says, "Oh yeah, I use art to release my own fears and my own scars." Yeah, Bloodfang is kind of like that for me as well. Yeah, like it's an outlet. For
Coping
me.
mechanism.
It's a coping mechanism. Yeah, who needs therapy? You just need this.
I do. I need therapy. I need to talk to my therapist again at some point.
I am sorry.
Oh, that's fine. I'm doing better. I'm definitely doing better now than I was like before. So
Yeah, that's good. To hear. That's good.
Bloodfang recently had a snack.
Oh yes. I wonder who.
I kinda
Sander,
don't-
did you give
No.
Bloodfang blood again?
No.
nah, that was me.
My good sir, why did you do that?
Because I was curious on what would happen.
I'm surprised that you're still alive.
I have my ways.
Also, Drax just said copium. What's the copium?
Copium. Draxi, you're gonna have to explain. I'm confused. You're talking to
Context,
someone who
please.
with dyslexia.
Oh, okay. So opium, it's basically, I guess it's kind of like a meme term for like when you find something that helps you cope.
Yeah. I knew about that, but I'm just asking, like, what does he mean by copium? Like, what conversation in particular? Oh, coping.
Yeah,
When
we're
it comes
talking
to
about
coping.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were talking about coping, yeah. Like, I don't need therapy. No. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Is that blood?
No. That's ketchup.
Her.
Ketchup? Ooh, I love ketchup. Is there any chance there's extra pepper nearby?
Good question.
No.
God damn it. If you haven't tried pouring extra pepper on your ketchup, I highly recommend it.
No.
Noted.
It gives a little spice.
No.
Why not now?
No.
You're just saying that to be a brat.
Maybe.
Do I need to draw bluffing with a whip now?
Bobby?
No.
Ew.
No. That's too much.
Sorry. Whoops. The fucking bottom out of the bottom came out. I am so sorry. Oh my god. Oh no, I'm embarrassed. Fuck.
Well, you
I am
better
so
look
sorry.
into the server with all the not safe for work stuff.
Yeah,
That
go
is
to
true.
Side note, yes, there are two separate Patreon servers. One is for the not safe for work stuff, and the other is for not for any of that stuff.
Make sure you're an adult before trying to get in.
Yes, you have to be an adult. No kids allowed. What do you
Yeah.
mean no
Yeah,
kids
no
allowed?
no squeakers allowed.
Squeakers? Aren't you a squeaker?
No, okay, so squeaker is it's specifically a gamer term.
Yeah, it's a gamer term for like the old Call of Duty era for when little kids like get onto their microphones and try to talk shit to you, but of course they sound ridiculous because they haven't hit puberty yet. That's that's the term squeaker. It's like just children trying to talk shit while playing like your Call of Duties and your Halos. God, I miss Halo when it was good.
When it was good, yes. And before they
Yeah.
started milking the whole, oh, we know Master Chief's face now. Huh?
Don't remind me.
Here's my little rant about Halo. Halo stopped being good once Bungie left.
Oh.
Yeah.
Once Bungie left and 343 took over, they fucked everything up.
Obviously.
Some people will argue me against this, especially when it comes to Halo 4. Be like, it's not that bad of a game. Maybe not on a gameplay side of things, because I'm not arguing over a gameplay side of things. I'm arguing on a lore perspective.
Yeah, the lore.
The lore,
The lore
man,
is
the
more
lore.
good. A good aspect of the lore, and in Halo, there's this ancient civilization called the Forerunners. They are a big focal point when it comes to the lore. You want to know what they were supposed to be?
What?
Ancient humans. Once Bungie left and 343 took over, they retconned that.
No!
Where the Forerunners were actually aliens that existed alongside ancient humans, but hated ancient humans for some reason. What that reason is, I don't know. I don't read those books.
There are too many books.
They have a few books. It's just I don't read the majority of them because the majority of them are based off of that retcon lore that I don't like. So I don't read them.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Bungie knows how to write very great lore. Like, I am a Destiny player through and through. I actually started playing Destiny for the Destiny franchise, and I think it was like 2021 when I played Destiny 2. And the amount of lore this franchise has, good God. Bungie can cook when it comes to lore.
Let them cook. Let them cook.
Yeah, especially like well, not recently. Like this was a few months back, but I read the book called Contact Harvest. It is a prequel
Ooh.
book that goes over how the Covenant, the alien alliance, and humanity first started like fighting. My God, I believe it was the 16th chapter of that book, where they literally go over exactly why the aliens started to genocide humanity. It is great. A great interaction between the they're not the prophets yet. And the prophets that are like the aliens that run the entire faction. But they are not the prophets yet. They are guys trying to weasel their way up into power. But how they did that is that there's a Forerunner ship that is on
High Charity.
yes, High Charity. Like I gotta remember that some people aren't into Halo as much as I am, so I kind of forgo some of these details. But they're on High Charity. They go onto that Forerunner ship that's at the center of the whole city. But there's an AI that is on that ship.
Uh-oh.
A Forerunner AI that goes by the name Mendicant Bias.
Oh, I know this. Yes.
And basically, he once just comes online. Like, keep in mind, this was an alien ship that is inside a giant city that is just like a giant space station for thousands of years. And he's been in dormant, just watching as all these aliens are essentially worshipping him like a deity. More or less. And he's like, over these years, he's like, listened to like the languages that they speak and trying to like translate them to a language he understands, as a Forerunner AI. And one day, once these three aliens that are conspiring right in front of him reference humanity, because at this point they've already met humans on a planet called Harvest, he awakens and is like, I am sick of you guys misinterpreting this one particular symbol. You're saying that this symbol means reclamation. It does not mean reclamation. It means fucking reclaimer. And what this symbol represents are my creators. And it shows a hologram of the planet Harvest, where a bunch of symbols of what was the symbol that they claimed to be reclamation, which the aliens thought was Forerunner artifacts. They realized that it was not artifacts that the holograms were pointing to. It was the humans that were living on the planet.
Oh shit.
And when these three aliens found that out, they're like, holy shit, that means our entire religion is a lie. And if the masses knew this, our empire could collapse. So we must expunge this entire truth. It's like, but we have an entire alien species that exists that is the truth. So what do you mean by expunge the truth? Kill them all. And that's the war.
It's literally just a massive holy war.
So it's like
Think of the... Yeah.
Yeah, and it's basically like a massive war where they're trying to hide the fact that these apes, humanity, that at this point are technologically advanced enough to colonize different planets, are not as advanced as the Covenant themselves, who for thousands of years have been like collecting all these different artifacts of a more advanced civilization, thinking that maybe they could become gods with them. But if humanity is their gods, and there are still humans walking around, at least in the prophets' minds, that means that the Great Journey is what they call their ascension to godhood, which is why they worship the Forerunners. Means that not all of them will become gods like their religion literally espoused that they all be.
Uh-oh.
Because humans are still around. Because they completely misinterpret that the reason why the gods disappeared in the first place was because they didn't ascend to godhood.
Well.
Instead, they're trying to stop an eldritch horror from eating everything.
Nom nom.
Yeah.
You know, he just wants some nom noms, okay?
But he can't have all the num-nums.
But the nom noms.
No.
Yeah, the eldritch horror nom sentient life.
Sentient life on a intergalactic apocalyptic scale.
But the nom noms.
But nom.
But
I
no,
wonder what
instead we have to have the Foreigners be an ancient alien that actually hates humanity, because humanity are dickwads. So we'll wage a war with them for some stupid reason that I don't understand, and then turn them into cavemen on Earth.
And the num-nums.
Yeah. Oh, and the ancient eldritch horror was actually the gods the entire time. That just digitized themselves and then malfunctioned into the nom nom monster. Yeah. I don't know. This is dumb lore. Dumb retcon lore. I don't like it. Stop ruining my franchises.
You're adorable, you know that?
What?
You're adorable.
No.
Yes, you are.
But at least I
Yeah,
got
no-
Star Wars right. Right?
Do you wanna take this one?
No, no, no. No.
I mean, to be fair, I kind of gave up on Star Wars a while ago.
Same.
Fair.
But now I kind of just stick with the old expanded universe stuff. Like, yeah, it's not continuing.
The good shit.
Good shit, good shit.
Although this rediscovery with the old expanded universe has led to me having a fractured relationship with the Clone Wars cartoon.
Oh, the Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars cartoon was amazing.
It was.
But it retcons too much of the expanded universe to enjoy. Way too
That's
much.
understandable.
It's like, oh, what kind of planet is Mandalore? Is it a jungle planet filled with deadly predators, or is it a desert planet?
They can never.
Well, okay, I can
Hmm.
actually explain that one. So the reason why it's so barren is during the Old Republic era, there was two factions. I believe it was the True Mandalorians and the Death Watch, and yeah, the new Mandalorians were basically pacifists, and the older generation of Mandalorians were like, our entire society is based on honor, combat, and war, and now you want to turn us into pacifists? Nah, 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 nah. Nah, just not.
I have something to say about
And
the whole idea of Mandalorians trying to be pacifists, because that directly retcons like the old expanded universe before TCW came into existence. Ooh.
yeah,
But yeah.
and the whole reason why Mandalore is a barren wasteland is the Civil War got too much, and the Republic was just like, you know what? Let's just nuke the fucking place. Essentially,
that kind of backstory works in the Disney canon because they incorporated the Clone Wars cartoon lore into the Disney canon, and it works there. It doesn't work in the old expanded universe though.
yeah.
No.
Because in the old expanded universe, before TCW became a thing, there was a thing called the Clone Wars Multimedia Project, which was the expanded universe just going over a bunch of the Clone Wars era in between the releases of Episode 2 and Episode 3.
Oh yeah, the 2003 animation. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was good.
And not just that, like, that miniseries, but everything expanded universe related, from novels, comics, and video games that depicted like Clone Wars stuff was part of that project. And a lot of it interconnected with a lot of things, like some things referencing others that you wouldn't understand unless you were like a die-hard Star Wars fan.
Like Thrawn.
There actually is a lot of connections to the original Thrawn trilogy in the Clone Wars Multimedia Project.
Ooh.
Because in the Thrawn trilogy, the original Thrawn trilogy, not the Disney version, there is a big plot point about Thrawn trying to grab an old fleet that was lost, like in the Old Republic era, where they reference that ships in the Clone Wars in the Thrawn trilogy.
Ooh.
So there's an entire segment in the comics, particularly called the Star Wars Republic comics, where you see the Republic using these type of starships in battles. Because in the Thrawn trilogy, they say that these Dreadnought class starships were very devastating weapons. So you actually see them in action in the comics, and that's like a neat little reference there. But when it comes, anyway, when it comes to the Mandalorians, there's a certain book series called the Republic Commando novels, and that's where a lot of the original expanded universe lore about the Mandalorians come from.
Hang on, I'm
Because
gonna
Mandalorians were kind of like brought in. Like there's Jango Fett. Like the Jango Fett is a Mandalorian bounty hunter. Remember? And according into the expanded universe, Jango Fett brought in a bunch of other Mandalorians to help train the clone troopers. And one of them helped Jango helped train the ARC troopers specifically, while some of the other Mandalorians helped train like the regular troopers and the commando troopers. And that's where you would learn like some of the lore there. Where in the original expanded universe, there was no idea, like the very concept of Mandalorians being pacifists would basically deem you as an exile to the Mandalorian culture. Like they would be like,
Yep.
You are not a Mandalorian if you even think about trying to be a pacifist. And this isn't like a war between the Death Watch or whatever, but it's just like the very idea fundamentally of a pacifist Mandalorian would not work in this kind of like version of the timeline. And that's not even going over the fact that that Mandalore being a jungle planet and then being a desert planet, it doesn't work because in the original expanded universe, Mandalore is a jungle planet throughout the entire thing. From the Clone Wars era to the before the Clone Wars era to even well after like the movies. It's a jungle planet. But then the Clone Wars TV show comes along and it's suddenly a desert planet.
Welcome to
Because
the
it got
jungle.
nuked.
But that nuking is retconned. Like it's a retcon.
Yep.
That's kind of like why I have an relationship with Clone Wars. It's because it retcons a lot of things. And they retcon a lot more than just the Mandalorians, but that's the biggest one that most people would point to when it comes to that kind of thing. Also, the Death Watch, they're long dead. They're long dead before the Clone Wars even happened, before TCW became a thing. Jango Fett literally kills the Death Watch.
Yep.
In the original expanded universe. So it's kind of also weird that the Death Watch was once destroyed, I think around 10 years before the Clone Wars even happened, and then is just magically brought back to life under a guy's name.
Free Vizsla.
Yeah, Pre-Vizsla. But yet the Vizsla bloodline was killed off by Jango somehow. So I just consider TCW to be part of the Disney canon. So that's just my take on it, though.
And you're allowed to have your take.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Like, it's not a bad show. At least, not entirely. It's just I have a mixed relationship with it. Because I used to really like it, and now I'm getting back in the expanded universe, and I'm not liking it as much because of that. Because of its interconnection between Disney canon and expanded universe. Once we get into like season 7 of it, then that's like, okay, that's specifically Disney canon stuff. I'm done.
Well, I found it fun when people who are into shows just talk passionately about the things they like.
I have a lot of passion when it comes to
Oh, we know
Star
you have a
Wars.
lot of passion.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm trying to refrain from talking about another retcon that the Clone Wars show did that I'm not happy about.
Well, I wasn't talking about that passion, but we know your passion.
Mm-hmm. Fucking microchips. Mm. Okay. Nope. No ranting. No ranting.
Okay, no ranting. Okay, okay. Mm-hmm. Hello,
Why
boys.
do you want me to wanna rant?
Well, I mean, I could rant about a few things, but just oh god,
It's
what could I rant about?
well, I was ranting about going to rant about was how Order 66 is treated in the Clone Wars show.
Yes.
In the original expanded universe, from the Commando novel specifically, they reference how the clones are basically meant to be brainwashed when they're growing in the tubes to be like essentially treat as if the Republic, like the Galactic Republic, is the end all be all of how the galaxy should run. And the Republic created contingency orders that when the clone troopers are given these orders that they must follow. The very idea of them not following this cannot happen. Like they cannot say, "Oh, this is not an order I should follow," because they're literally programmed and brainwashed to think that, "Oh, if this order is given, they must follow it." And Order 66 is one of those contingency orders, which says that the Jedi must be apprehended or killed, basically. Because at the time, there was actually a lot of Jedi that were either joining the Separatists or impeding the war effort in some way. Basically being like traitors. But the Clone Wars show comes around and says that Order 66 is actually an order given to the clones by a brain chip in their head, forcing them to comply. Not a bad idea per se, but it's a retcon.
Alright,
And I'm not a big fan of the
fair,
retcon.
fair.
Especially because in the original expanded universe, they explicitly say, not just in the expanded universe, but even in the movies, they explicitly say that clones are meant to be given, like they're meant to act in any order that they are given without question. But apparently, an order given to them to say kill their Jedi generals because they're traitors to the Republic, they need a specific brain chip for that.
Did not know that was a retcon. Actually,
no. It was a retcon. It was a pretty badly added retcon. Like it works fine in the Disney canon, aside from the fact that it retcons the episode 2 when the Kaminin cloners quite literally say that they are programmed to follow any order without question. But aside from that little retcon line, it works fine in Disney canon. The only type of clone troopers that literally can just not follow the Order 66 are clones that were specifically bred to be independent thinkers, which would be ARC troopers and commandos. Which is why in the original expanded universe, those clone troopers flat out did, or well, not all of them, but like there are clone troopers that are ARC troopers or commandos that flat out just didn't follow Order 66 because they were bred to think independently and not be brainwashed into thinking that the command structure of the Republic was the end-all be-all. But then that's another retcon, though, that ARC troopers are actually clones that were specifically bred to be super soldiers, but that cartoon makes them be rank. So again, having the confusing relationship with the cartoon that I used to love.
It's an interesting thought.
Yeah,
it really is.
Like goddamn, the ideas that went through the minds of everybody that was working on the projects And then where it ended up later, it's like, god damn, we
Part,
could have got
part of
something
it was
cool.
because, well, I think part of it is because George Lucas did okay a lot of those retcons when TCW was airing. And that was because George Lucas ultimately had the final say in a lot of the changes.
Yeah.
And by the time he was done with the prequel trilogy, he was kind of like done with Star Wars. Aside from having the brief thoughts of making his own sequel trilogy that were nothing more than, just an idea that he had on the back burner and wasn't something that he was going to do.
Yeah.
And of course, there was Dave Filoni, who was actually a bit more in charge of making that cartoon, who sometimes, but not always, sometimes did go behind the back of George Lucas and a lot of the other people that were in charge of trying to contain the continuity of the expanded universe. Like, George Lucas really wanted, like, Ahsoka to be killed off in the Clone Wars show.
Oh, wow.
But Dave Filoni tried to find ways that to keep the character alive, and now supposedly she's existing in the Disney canon long way past, like, the OT era.
Damn.
With her own fucking TV show that is just a shittier version of the Thrawn trilogy. But I'll not get into that.
Yeah, let's not. And here you go, boys. A whip.
Oh my goodness. And she's in her armor too, so she knows she means business.
Uh-huh. I mean, I was gonna draw the more naughty version, but YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean to, like, try to rain on anyone's parade over Star Wars.
Nah,
Oh, no, it's fine.
It's fine. I mean, it's been going downhill for years now. Thanks, this.
It honestly has, ever since Disney took over.
Mm-hmm.
You're not raining
And,
on
like, I
anyone's
know that
parade.
the Clone Wars cartoon is something that a lot of people really like, and is like, yeah, you can still like it, but I'm starting to not like it anymore.
Which is fair.
But that's on me because I started getting back into the old expanded universe, and I'm like, I want to experience the version of Star Wars that I grew up as a kid. And now as an adult, I'm like, oh, this is what we could have had, but we are not getting.
What could have been?
Yeah.
We could have had it all, man. We could have had it all.
We could have had the Republic Commando video game sequel. And now
Dude. I remember, like, listening to the lore about, like, Republic Commando. I'm like, this is so fucking badass.
We could have had Starkiller be an actual canon story.
And it used to be.
It used to be.
But not anymore.
There are a lot of people, myself included, that wants a Darth Revan to be canon.
He almost was considered canon solely on the fact that they wanted a Clone Wars episode where they feature him, kind of like what they did with Darth Bane.
Yeah. But Disney went, no.
No, your cartoon is owned by Cartoon Network, and we can't have that. Oh, wait, now we own the franchise? Okay, now we'll canonize it now. But all those episode ideas that you were working on before, we can't canonize now. No.
Because it would be considered too violent.
But now
even though fucking Star Wars The Clone Wars was probably one of the most violent and adult-themed kids shows on Cartoon Network.
Facts.
Still doesn't compare to anything that happened in the multimedia project, especially the comics. Comics are great. You should read them.
I still like the fact that Yoda was so tired of everyone's bullshit, he went to a fucking warehouse, got out a Gatling laser, and just annihilated an entire droid army, and then just got off and left. He just fucked up and left.
Tired of this? I am.
Part of this I am.
What this I am?
Bullshit
Fuck
I've
your
seen
shit.
all day.
But no,
Your shit I have to deal with
but no, we
all
can't.
day. I have to deal with your shit.
But we can't have any
Done
fun
with that day.
anymore. Instead, we have to deal with characters that don't behave the same way anymore, or we have new characters that are just lesser versions of older characters. Meh.
Meh.
Hell, Disney can't even keep like canon to their own version of the expanded universe.
They can, but they don't want to.
No, they actually can't, and that's because Dave Filoni clearly does not want to follow their own lore. Considering that every chance he gets, he'll be like, "Oh, here's a book that depicts a certain event. Well, I'm going to create a TV show that has that same event and has it completely different from how the book tells it." You did it with the Bad Batch. He did it with Episode 7 of the Clone Wars. He's slightly doing it even with the Mandalorian shows.
Meh.
Meh.
Meh. See meh.
What's even funnier is that Dave Filoni was the one that started to praise the Disney buyout. Is like, for once in its entire history, every book, comic, and video game is now in canon with the movies. Even though that is entirely incorrect. It is also not Disney's appraisal that you get to give that, considering that you yourself are retconning all the books and the comics and the video games
And a
with
few
your
other things.
TV shows. Yeah.
Like, goddamn.
But it's okay, because we get more Clone Wars related stuff, like the Bad Batch.
Money.
And the Mandalorian, and Grogu.
And Pedro Pascal.
And Pedro Pascal, and whoever is playing as Ahsoka in the live action version. I actually don't know her name. Couldn't be bothered to learn.
The same.
Or badly CGI'd Luke Skywalker.
I still believe that Jar Jar is a fucking Sith Lord. I am a believer of that.
You know, that would be the only change in the lore that Disney can do that I will be like, I like this.
That Jar Jar is confirmed as Sith Lord.
Like, finally, something good.
Like,
I mean, it makes sense.
This one we
It
can
was Jar
buy.
Jar who gave Palpatine the emergency powers in the first place.
Like, that would explain why he was such a bad character in the movies.
He's just a secret Sith Lord.
He did it all on purpose.
Jar Jar was Darth Plagueis the entire time.
Jar Jar was Darth Plagueis.
Well, in the expanded
Listen to me, Papi. You are going to do great things to this galaxy. God.
You fake Misa death. And then say that
You saw we can eliminate the Jedi.
You expect me to talk? No, Mr. Jedi, I expect you to die.
You expect me to talk, Jar Jar? No. Listen, Mr. Jedi. I expect you to die.
Oh, God. I just remembered that they actually screwed up Jar Jar too.
No!
Yeah, they did.
You know what they did to him?
What?
They made him lose his job as a senator, and he just became a homeless bum who entertains the children as a clown.
Yeah.
And literally just flat out state that the reason he's now a homeless bum is because everyone hates him for being the one to propose to give Palpatine the emergency powers back in episode 2.
Oh my god.
What happened to Jar Jar in the expanded universe? What happened to him in that? Did he die?
I think he actually just kind of disappears and like lives his life until he passes away.
Oh.
The only thing
Jar
I know
Jar.
about anything related to Jar Jar in the expanded universe is that he once was so bad living among his own people as the Gungans that his own father attempted suicide once.
Oh yeah, his dad tried to fucking kill himself because Jar Jar was an idiot.
Yeah, the expanded universe can get crazy. That's why I love
And
it.
dark.
Very.
And dark. That's why I love it. It explores the things that the movies can't or won't.
Yeah, wasn't there also
What?
a comic where oh, what was it? It was about Darth Vader, and the Resistance are saying to him, "You are surrounded." No.
That
Uh,
is a Disney canon novel, but
I'm surrounded only by fear and dead men.
that's not an expanded universe novel. That's a Disney canon,
Dang it.
but still works. It still works.
I thought it was cool though.
Yeah, no, that is such a
I'm
hard
not
one.
saying that everything in the Disney canon is bad. Some of it is cool. It's just I don't follow it. I don't treat it as the true canonical version of Star Wars. But it is. They still make some good stuff every now and then.
Especially with Vader.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to fuck up with Vader.
I mean,
Well, except for the Kenobi show, but I'm not gonna get into the Kenobi show.
well, the
Oh.
part, well, the part with the he says Anakin is gone. Only I remains. Something.
But they're just rehashing what they did in Rebels.
Oh, that's true though.
They literally even make a point to have Kenobi like slash the thing to show like Anakin's face under the helmet.
That's true.
But also, there's literally no excuse for Vader to not learn that his children are alive and well, and especially that Leia is one of them.
Yeah.
Even though he's not supposed to learn that until episode 6, when he literally learns that information that he has a daughter in Luke's head. He doesn't even learn that it's Leia the entire time. But Disney canon makes it so is that oh my god. There's literally no reason why not just Vader but the entire Empire doesn't know that Luke and Leia are the offspring of Darth Vader. Disney canon kind of set that up, and they dropped the ball because the writers can't do their job.
Or maybe they can, but they don't want to.
They can't even prop up their own characters to look good. Like, Reva had a promising backstory, and they dropped the ball. And by drop, I mean they couldn't even be bothered to pick the ball up.
Oh god.
General Grievous's backstory in the EU was fucking amazing.
Yes. And once again, this is not even a Disney thing, but TCW retconned that by wanting him to actually be someone who wanted to be a cyborg.
Yeah, and instead of like his breathing apparatus getting crushed in the Clone Wars miniseries, they gave him asthma. Because Count Palpatine was like, "Oh shit, General Grievous is a serious fucking threat. How do we keep this from our plans going to shit? Let's give him asthma.
That's not how that works.
Let's give him breathing issues."
You know, that would make sense if that was talking about Darth Vader, because in the original expanded universe, and I think even to the extent of the Disney canon, Darth Vader had a lot of problems with dealing with his new suit. Like,
Yeah,
go
that's
read the book by James Luceno called Rise of Darth Vader. Really good book. There's an entire chapter where Vader is... Because this was like just after the events of Episode 3, where Vader is going over all the problems with his new body. His feet, because his legs were cut off, are made of metal and they're too heavy for him to walk normally. He needs to use the Force in order to walk. His breathing keeps him awake at night. And the little thing on his chest, the life support system, beeps for no reason.
Good god.
The reason why it has all these faults is because Palpatine intentionally made them like that.
Of course.
Yeah, because why would you have the Chosen One be your apprentice who is someone just by being the chosen one is so more powerful than you, he could easily overthrow you. And we also know that Anakin was probably planning on doing that because he literally admitted it to Padme once.
Yep.
So if
he
he's
had been
injured and
stronger.
needs to be rebuilt again, yeah, you're gonna have some backup plans. And to be fair to both the original EU and Disney canon, this is something that is consistent. Palpatine constantly trying to fuck with Darth Vader.
In any way he could.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a new gift for you. It's a ship. Oh boy, what is it? Hey, it's your dead wife's vessel. Oh, ew.
Oh god.
I go cry in my meditation sphere now.
Mm.
Good
I also
times.
don't like the Inquisitors in Disney canon. They're lesser versions of the old expanded universe versions. Their
Naturally.
fucking lightsabers are spinny, bladey things. That makes no sense. Why did they make them like that?
Oh yeah, the Inquisitor's lightsaber.
Why?
Cool design. But
In the original expanded universe, like Inquisitors were literally just dark side Force users that Palpatine recruited to work as like enforcers and Jedi hunters when it became apparent that there was a lot more surviving Jedi, that Darth Vader couldn't take them all by himself,
Because he's
and that some of these Inquisitors end up becoming real problems after Palpatine's death later on. Like literally, it turns out that one of them ended up becoming a leader of the remnants of the Empire, and have a particular relationship with another character from the EU called Kyle Katarn. It's a really well-known character from the expanded universe. Some people even refer to him as the Chuck Norris of the Star Wars expanded universe.
Chuck Norris, does he have a third fist under that beard?
Might as well. But yeah, it's like there's a. But no, they give him these stupid little lightsabers that are like spinny. It's like, oh, spinning lightsaber things are cool. It's like, no, they're dumb. In fact,
They're
your writers
impractical.
out
Look, I can fly! Shoots it in half.
like even the writers of the comics and the TV show that invented those lightsabers point out how they're so dumb. Darth Maul cuts one in half and has the guy fall to his death. Darth Vader ends up getting in a fight with an Inquisitor and literally disarms him by cutting the thing in half because of the fucking hole when they're trying to do the spinny thing, as if that's intimidating. Like, they're not intimidating, they're useless. You should have just given them regular lightsabers. Why do you fuck up this franchise so badly?
Because they can.
But I thought Disney was all about trying to make as much money as possible. So why aren't they doing good things?
Because they are bad business partners.
You know, here's an excellent idea, and I'm not going to take credit for this idea because other people have had it long before I came up with it. But maybe Disney could make their own canon, specifically with the TV shows and the movies and stuff, but allowing the authors and the comic book writers continue on with the old expanded universe. You'd still be making money off the Star Wars franchise, but old fans can still enjoy the things that they grew up with, when newer fans can go off and try to enjoy the TV shows and stuff.
Nah, too much work.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
What did you all expect?
Yeah, I'll be right back. Hold on.
But this is fun. This is really fun. I'm glad. I'm glad some of you could join us today.
Yeah.
I miss this.
My brain is like, you need more sleep. Sleep for 14 more hours. No. I'm gonna stay awake out of spite.
Same though, same. I sleep terribly. Even though I just recently got out of night shifts, I'm gonna work 3 more night shifts later next week.
Oh no.
Oh yes, I mean, I get paid the 60% extra and 100% on weekends.
Nice.
So I'm not complaining. I actually want this. I'm just sad that apparently I am too tired and lazy sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Oh
I,
well.
I remember when I got home from separating from the Navy, my dad told me that, like, dude, you would sleep for 14 hours for 2 weeks straight. In my head I'm thinking, holy shit, you're right.
You're right. Goodness gracious. Jesus. 14 hours. 14 hours.
14 hours for 2 weeks straight.
That means you were only up for 10 hours.
Yeah, because the earliest I ever had to wake up in basic was, I think it was like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. because we had a scheduled run at like 4:15 in the morning, and my brain, being smart and not wanting to, get fucking PT'd to high hell, what I would do is I would set my alarm 2 hours prior to Reveille. So, and that mean, like, when I heard my alarm go off, I would wake up, I would get out of my bunk, uh, put my uniform on, and just lie in the rack, like, obviously, like, shower, shit, and shave, and like, yeah, no, put my uniform on, and then just lay in my bunk, just waiting, just literally just waiting for maybe trying to get some extra extra Z's in. And when I woke up, all I had to do was literally just put my boots on and I'll be ready to go.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's this one fucking kid, Magoon, who thought he was tough shit, and he would take the longest to get ready, the longest to shower, shit, and shave, the longest to wake up. Like, ugh!
What did you expect? There's always someone. Like
Yeah.
it's a tradition that there's always someone who makes a conversation dirty.
Yeah. I realize that there are multiple types of people in Basic. There are the smart ones that stay quiet and do as they're told, like me. There are the athletic junkie, the athletes, and then there are the fucking morons that do stupid shit and get everybody in trouble. Oh my god. I think it was like by week 2, half of us like wanted to like kill each other.
Jesus. No killing in the office.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't do that, man. Only Saber can
Yeah.
do that. Only Saber
uh,
can do that. The rest of you, shush.
yeah. Yeah. Dude, I realized something. Like when I get like flustered in any way, like when I go blush, I just turn into an incoherent, bubbling mess.
Challenge
you
accepted.
like
I'm going to make sure we get to that point.
you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. We go. I don't care.
Challenge accepted. Just
Challenge
wait.
accepted. Try me.
Just wait till we get to the raffles.
Oh boy, the fucking ideas I have for the raffles. If I ever win the raffles, all the ideas I have. Oh boy.
Good, good.
Don't worry. Don't worry. That is if. I'm patient. I like to bide my time.
That's what they all say. That's what
It's funny. Anytime for I don't know why, but a lot of my friends they really like my characters, and they just like, hey, you get free art. Excuse me. Like when I when I got done with painting my Dino Mask,
Yeah?
I did a few TikToks because Jericho was supposed to be like a TikTok specific character, and as time went on, I'm like, this might actually be my actual persona.
Hey!
And one day, one of my friends just drew up a ref for him, and oh my god, he's good looking, and not to mention he has a lot of like skeletal tattoos and every for his ref, and it's just I love it.
We love it. We approve. Let's see.
I love my bastard sometimes.
Welcome to the club of insanity loving your children. We love our children, alright? We love our children.
We love our children. Are they going to go through serious amounts of trauma? Yes, but do we love them also? Yes.
Of course we do. We love them. But you give them torture. Obviously, because we love them.
God, the original plot for TLS. Oh my! The amount of shade Shadeko went through in like the original plot. Like I had plans for him to like lose an eye, lose his limbs, and so much more. But I'm thinking to myself, that's a little too much.
Nah,
Although
it
I
wasn't
still
enough.
like the idea of him and like having metal legs or like metal limbs. I still like that idea. I want that idea. Keeping that.
What's this about metal limbs?
Welcome back.
Welcome
Mr.
back,
Sander,
Xander.
welcome back. We missed you.
Well, I'm glad to be missed.
What, haven't you seen The Matrix?
I have, but not in a long time.
Mr. Anderson, welcome back. We
Mr.
missed
Anderson.
you.
I
Although
like
he
Terminator
doesn't do
better.
the rumbling voice that I do. I just love doing that.
Yeah. I like
I
doing the
like
fucking Arnie voice. I can actually do the impression pretty well.
Show it.
It's so good to see you.
That sounds like a drunk person.
I mean, that's kind of how Arnold can sound like sometimes because of his accent.
Yes. It's so good to see you. Meanwhile, back in the 80s,
Really well. Like, he can act like facial expressions really well. That's one of the reasons why I love Conan the Barbarian, because he actually does do a lot of the some of the best scenes that he does as Conan is when he doesn't have any lines to say. Like just when he's letting his emotions do the talking, it's great.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Although that's not to say even scenes where he has to speak aren't great. The Crom Prayer, that's a great scene. And you cannot convince me otherwise.
Let's try and convince him
Conan!
otherwise.
You cannot convince me otherwise.
Let's convince him otherwise.
Like literally, go. If you don't, purchase a copy of Conan the Barbarian. Not the Conan 2011 film. Do not watch that film. Hell, even the person who played as Conan in that film says don't watch that film.
Ouch.
Jason Momoa, by the way. That's who he played. That's who played the character.
Huh. Good old Jason.
Yeah, he played as Conan in 2011 Conan film.
Was this
Apparently-
wait, I need to be reminded. Was this before Game of Thrones or after?
Well, I think because Game of Thrones first season came out around the same year, so could be anywhere in between after or before. Because they came out in the same year, I think.
Okay. Because we all
But
love
even
Jason
those,
Momoa
like-
as the Dothraki.
Yeah. Don't expect him to be like that in the Conan film.
Fair enough.
Not as cool.
Not
Although
as chill.
he is pretty open about how there was a lot of problems with that film, so I was like, I'm not watching it. Instead, I'll watch the original Conan Barbarian film with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wasn't he hired for the role because of his muscles?
Probably. But
Probably.
it also doesn't help that I mean, that's probably the reason why he got hired, but he actually does pretty good job as the character.
Debatable.
Because I believe, at least for Conan, there was a lot more scenes that required the character to show he's a bit more than just a big, muscly guy. Like, there was also scenes where he's supposed to be cunning, where he's supposed to act vulnerable, to trick people, and surprisingly, Arnold Schwarzenegger can still pull that off.
He can. I mean, after all, he was the governor of California.
True.
But like there's an entire scene where he's trying to like trick like a member of a cult, like a snake cult, like a high priestess type, so that he could knock him out and steal his robes to try and sneak into the cult. And he's trying to play like as if like a shy, dumb moron kind of person to try and lure this cultist away from the rest of the camp. And he does it pretty well, not just like as the script goes, but like the acting is done well. Like, so people who say is like, oh, Arnold can't act, is like, yeah, you're probably watching the bad movies then. Watch
Yeah.
I am tired of seeing the same old faces.
It's like, yeah, does his acting get a little goofy in some of these good movies? They do. But you
Hey,
kind
to
of can't
be
help
fair,
that with
to
his
be
acting.
fair, it was the 80s.
Yeah, it was the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
The 80s and 90s were fun with movies.
But you,
Like, imagine
Don't-
if he played
yeah.
the Crow.
oh,
It would not
God,
go
that
well.
would be so funny. I would watch that actually.
there's also some of that with Conan the Barbarian. There's at least one scene where you can't take seriously because Arnold is like meant to be screaming, and he literally is just going, "Ow!" But aside from that one scene, he does like amazing job not trying to act goofy.
Are you sure about that?
Yes,
I don't
I've
believe
watched
you.
the film recently. I can guarantee you that.
I don't believe you.
Well, it's not like I can just boot up the film. Actually, yes, I can just simply boot up the film, but we'll probably end up getting a copyright strike if I try to show it on stream. Because, you know, that's a thing YouTube has.
Yep. Oh goodness gracious, I'm tired now. Me sleepy.
Oh,
We drained your energy up.
Meow.
So what you working on now?
You should know this one.
Well, I haven't looked at the screen, so. Oh, yes, I do. I do know this.
ooh.
It is a part of the raffle, I believe.
Yes. God damn it, I messed up. Let's see, how do I fix
What?
this?
Why? What do you mean?
You'll see. If you take a good close look at the hand. Hold on, let me.
Oh, he's smoking a cigar.
No. See the thumb.
The thumb.
The thumb.
Oh, it goes into the face.
Yes.
It's just like a video game character, where the hands and arms go into the body for some reason.
Yeah.
Classic Bethesda game.
Why is it not?
Can't play Fallout without a character's arms clipping into the body when they wear certain armors.
You know what? You know what I don't get in like RPG style games?
What?
Why do the female characters have to wear skimpy armor sets? Like, why?
Because the people who make those games are nerds that can't get a woman.
Facts.
Okay, fair.
And they,
that is
they'd
fair.
rather how do I put this without being very explicit? They like to play firemen, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Mm-hmm. Finally, someone who said it out loud.
I mean, take it from someone who is kind of guilty of that kind of thing. Like when it comes to
Xander.
thinking like this. It's like, is it very practical for a battle? Absolutely not. But that's not why they created the armor.
That's not why it's there.
No.
I mean, that's why into purposes of lore, but that's because they're thinking of with their other heads and not the one attached to their head, like attached to their shoulders. But of course,
I touched this
that doesn't change.
I touched this on Patreon when I was playing The Witcher 3 for the first time. There was this one character that just made me fucking lose my mind.
Like, but you can have that in your story. But please, when it comes to a character that's meant to be fighting, think of a way to justify it.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's
Like,
easy to move around.
Like, here's a character that kind of justifies it. In Metal Gear Solid, there's a character named Quiet.
Oh yeah.
She's partially naked.
Partially?
Partially?
But you know why she's like that? Because lore-wise, she can't breathe like a normal person. She breathes through her skin. Does it make sense? Absolutely not. But it's Metal Gear Solid, so what do you expect?
Yeah, I'm not saying that's Metal Gear.
But yeah, the character breathes through her skin. So yeah, she kind of can't breathe if she's wearing body armor.
Why can't I?
So it's like, oh, that's a way to justify the naked. A really odd justification, but a justification nonetheless.
Hey, how do you breathe? Oh, I breathe through my skin. Huh?
Yeah,
Excuse me?
apparently she also can't speak English, or else she activates like a deadly virus that kills people or something. I don't know. Metal Gear Solid is weird. I mean, that's kind of the reason why she speaks not English throughout the majority of the game. I don't know. Like, I don't follow a lot of the Metal Gear Solid. I'm just like a casual, not even a casual fan, but like a casual observer.
So he said.
I tried having a lot of Metal Gear Solid lore explained to me by people who actually are fans, and I'm like, I can't follow this.
Like, I'm sorry, but it does not compute.
It's like, I can try, but the only thing I got is that there are like 5 different people that have the same code name. And they all look very similar, but they're not the same character. But at the same time, they're... why are there so many snakes? Like, why not just stick with Solid Snake and then Liquid Snake? But no, but apparently there's a Venom Snake, and then there's another snake. It's just too many.
You'll have to ask
There's
the
no-
Japanese for that one.
It's like, there is a reason why the only one that I actually bothered to, like, pay attention to, and even then, the plotline doesn't make a whole lot of sense, was Revengeance. And that's because whoever did the performance for Senator Armstrong is fantastic.
Yes.
Imagine the mother of the omelets, Jack.
And I really love the meme version where they have China Monotaro voice the character. Oh, as it isn't Sussy Jack.
Oh, God.
Dude, fucking Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is amazing.
Everybody seems to love it.
And plus the music is fucking great as well.
Yes, it is. The music is fantastic. And for a game franchise that I know nothing about and can't be bothered to learn anything about, it's fantastic.
So he said calmly.
I say a lot of things calmly.
Do you?
Sometimes. I'm under the influence of alcohol, so I'm not calm this time.
Noted. I'll see if I can make it worse for you.
Oh no. me who's been sober the entire time.
But
Well, I mean-
to be fair, I'm sober too. I haven't drunk in a single
Yeah.
drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm under the assumption that I'm the only one who's drinking.
Sorry, man.
No, I mean, it's perfectly fine.
I mean, I would
Yeah,
get
no.
my juice, which I call my whiskey, but nah.
No, I will
Chaos
be the one
is-
that has the wacky energy.
Chaotic is just my default setting sometimes.
You're chaotic good.
I am definite. I am chaotic. Funny enough, I took a personality quiz to see which chapter of Space Marines I would fall into. Salamander. I got salamanders.
Oh dear.
The salamanders are a good Space Marine chapter. I approve.
I got the wholesome boys.
Yes, the wholesome boys that set people on fire.
Birds of the
The fires are just nice colors.
Oh no, we're just making a fire for a picnic. Meanwhile, the bodies of like thousands of Xenos are just like
It's like, oh yes, the salamanders are the wholesome boys if you're human.
yeah, if you're human.
If you're an Eldar child, that's a different story.
Oh god.
That's a joke at one of the novels where the Primarchs of the salamanders set an alien child on fire. And believe it or not, it was meant to be a mercy kill.
Jeez. And I thought I had some fucked up characters.
Yeah, no. Warhammer is a whole nother animal. Out of all the Xeno races, I fucking love the orcs.
The orcs are great.
And yet, isn't there a huge discussion that Henry Cavill is going to bring? He's going to bring the Warhammer into the TV screen.
He was gonna star in a TV
was.
show. He wants to, but I think there's some problems with getting like there's some different problems between Henry Cavill as like himself and dealing with executives in Amazon.
Of course, it's always that way.
Apparently it's a repeat of like similar like lore problems that he has as a fan of the franchise from executives in Amazon.
Yeah.
Kind of the same reason why he's no longer a part of the Witcher show.
Exactly. The executives didn't like the fact that he's such a passionate fan that he knows more than they do.
Oh, that's sad.
And
It
it
is.
doesn't, and it also doesn't help that Games Workshop, the company that creates Warhammer, has also been recently changing a lot of aspects of the lore. And that's, while not directly involved with Henry Cavill and his show, is probably going to cause some problems too.
Probably.
Because if there's anything, like, you think I'm passionate about lore with the things I like, try getting into the lore nerds of Warhammer.
Mm-hmm. I know.
They literally war
I
with
know a
each
guy.
other over lore stuff between people who are diehard fans of a lore that is very contradictory of its own right. Because Warhammer has existed since the 80s, late 80s, and was literally just a tabletop franchise. And now has like thousands of books and stories detailing like the lore that are constantly rebooting while also simultaneously trying to like mesh together with lore that already was existing beforehand. It's confusing. And this is someone who likes Warhammer lore. It can be confusing.
Confusion. I am.
Like,
It's fine. I am in confusion.
the moment like Henry Cavill announced that he was wanting to make a TV show, I'm like, there's going to be some problems. If not some problems with how the show works, there's going to be some lore fans who are going to fucking hate it.
Oh yes.
Because
you
I'm just
can't
going to
have
say,
nice things.
Warhammer is not a franchise that should be in the mainstream. But it kind of already is, so.
You have to at least admit that both Pariah Nexus and Hammer and Bolt are fucking good.
Oh yeah, they
I
have
watched
some
both.
great talent among them. It just sucked that how that show became to fruition was a bit rocky.
Oh dear.
It's just the company GW was literally putting like DNC strikes on YouTube content creators, and while they did end up giving those YouTubers jobs to work for them directly, all of their work had to be removed from YouTube so that they could put it on their own platform behind a paywall. Is all the work that those YouTubers did for the community good? Yes. But it's behind a paywall at the expense of the fan creations that they've already did. Yeah. And that's kind of the issue with it. Like, imagine Disney putting all the Star Wars stuff, and I mean not just their stuff, but like everything Star Wars behind a paywall.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, not exactly the same, but that is similar to what Games Workshop did with Warhammer when it comes to like people who created fan creations of their stuff. It even led to the end of a one particular fan created show called If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device. Great comedic fan parody of the Warhammer lore is now put on the back burner probably forever because of how GW was going after people who created fan animations of Warhammer.
God damn it.
But it is not entirely negative because those same people that made that show are now making a new show based off of another tabletop franchise. And it is great. It's called Hunter the Parenting. It's based off of the World of Darkness tabletop games, which they are responsible for like Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse, and Hunter the Reckoning, and all those kind of tabletop games. Great series. Highly recommend it. You will find it thoroughly entertaining. I believe I even shared some of their stuff on the Discord as well.
Don't mind me, I'm just putting away some snacks.
Oh, so if I piqued your interest,
Huh?
what?
What did you say?
I heard snacks.
Yeah, I've been eating.
Oh, you're eating. Yeah, that jerk.
Yeah,
Oh, she's
Sander, you should
she's
start eating.
she's hoarding snacks from us.
Trick?
Yeah,
Did you bring enough for the whole class?
No.
Season?
No, I'm selfish. I don't like sharing.
Yeah.
Damn.
There we go. Although I would share, but I don't think you guys would have liked it so much. It's a kind of a failed experiment.
Oh?
Yeah, I was doing an apple pie, but I
Ooh.
figured, okay, I need some more protein, so I mixed in some vanilla protein powder. And I mean, it's doable, but I can only eat small bites. Because it's, I don't know, it's either too sweet or it's the protein that is like making me feel like woozy.
Might be the protein.
What?
It might be like the protein powder.
Yeah. It most likely is. But hey, extra protein!
Yep.
So now I'll get those extra guns. It's okay though. I got some salty chips to negate it.
Nice.
And no, I am not sharing.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm dealing
Damn
with
it.
two children.
No. Damn it.
You just see like a little raptor just like poking his head like on the table with his like his little claws going snacks.
Alright,
Come on,
well,
share.
I think we're gonna end the stream here because I'm too tired.
Oh, okay.
Oakley dokely.
Yes. Well, thank you everybody who came by. Yeah, I'm gonna. I keep saying that I'm gonna keep trying, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? We are gonna keep trying. But yeah, thank you everybody so much for coming, and I'll see you guys next time, where I'll hopefully work on some comics while you all gather here.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can literally like for our newest member of our Patreon, you can literally read all the comics that are comic pages done so far for Twisted Souls.
Hey.
And have access to, once again, some of the spicier comics.
Yeah, at the brothel.
Alright. Have a great
That's
one,
literally-
everybody.